he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking downfield, it's Stone. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top again. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working the middle, it's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Ducks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Moore will throw quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Moore. At the 45 on its way. And an explosive explosive play, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. He's got it. 1st down and more. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big 4th downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them, you know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage. QB and him, same page. 4th down, no problem.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
That's caught. It's Garcia. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a gap, it's Porter. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's going up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Find some fresh air. Oh, a lot of space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll keep it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the 4th down.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man in the middle. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got a man. It's Farrell. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Stone. Makes the catch. It's Covey. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating when you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Moore will throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Snagged in the middle. It's Casper. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw again. Finds his tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Now the play fake. He wants to take the top off. He's got it for a big play. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Stone. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Lots of running room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Quickly complete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Moore to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hughes. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it at the 30 and still running. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air, it's Stone. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Let's get in that end zone.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked down for the tackle.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Farrell. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
He's got the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Stone. Touchdown, Wildcats! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On third down, going up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.